All right. So I was sent this by a friend. I didn't actually know ISC comes out every week, and I've been slacking on it because I've been working on my channel. I've been working with my teammates. I've been working on helping people stream, and I've been so busy with all that, and also doing stuff for a different game. But Star Citizen is a game that I love, like, just so much. I put many hours into this game. I don't stream it as often as I want to because reasons. I mean, if you want to get into that, we can get into that later. But I enjoy playing this game for what it's at right now. I defend the game. I'm also critical about the game. I just want to see this game be the best it can be at all points in times. Like, I know this is a very ambitious cycle, and then we can do this ad nauseum, and we can just talk about what we want out of this game, and then there's other games we want to talk about, but let's not get into all that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this video, Inside Star Citizen, I'm going to watch it, and give you my thoughts, and see what we come up with. If you like this kind of content, I'll keep doing it. If not, I'll do something else. But, as you know on my YouTube channel, I go through a lot of different stuff. We play a lot of different games. We do a lot of stuff. So I feel like I want to bring content to you from what I like, not focalize, but maybe you'll enjoy it. Maybe you just want to vibe with your boy and hang out with me. So let's hit start.
So what sucks about the current implementation of restricted areas is that it's this huge cover-all solution. The environment team makes these beautiful cities, and then we just put this red shader on it, which kind of obscures everything.
In
they're
comparison
kind of just
to
in
what
the way.
it was,
they're difficult for us to author. There's these complicated shapes to like let you fly into
shout
where
out to
the
Board
landing
Gamer on
zones
this.
are, because we can't cut holes in it, and so it's not so clear where the boundaries are, and then it just kind of becomes this difficult mess where it's hard to tell where you stand with the restrict areas.
Yeah, the restrict areas is kind of awful in terms of like navigating to where you need to be, and it's
so why do we need
so many
restrict areas
times
in the first place?
at Loreville?
Well,
just
we
because
need it to fit into
I
the
didn't know
lore.
where
I mean, like real
I could
cities
go,
and
where I
real
couldn't go.
airports have these restricted airspaces around
I know
them
they
just
fixed
to keep
some of
the
that
place
stuff,
orderly and keep it under control so it doesn't get too busy. So we want to recreate that, and we also want to preserve that player experience of someone walking around in the city. Like, you don't want to be walking around going to shops and having some other player fly in and crash into you.
That's
so we
true.
Can protect from that. There's also just the practical reason that the environment team have created this super detailed city, and they've done it to the best of their ability. But for various reasons, it's not as perfect everywhere, and so we can make sure that you're seeing the city from the best light possible. That said, in 3.10 we've been making some changes to the system. Part of that is introducing landing splines, which is a feature that we wanted for a long time. The cities that will benefit from the landing splines are cities where the spaceport is right inside the city. That's going to be Loreville and Area 18 will have this new feature.
Oh.
And the idea is that the area surrounding the spaceport is covered in a restricted area all of the time. And so we don't have these complicated restricted area meshes. And then when you request landing permission, an augmented reality path shows up in your HUD that guides you into the spaceport. And that will create effectively a tunnel through the restricted area, letting you fly in and get to your landing spot. And the benefits that we get from that are quite numerous, because now we don't need these complicated meshes to let you fly into the spaceport. So we can have these large, simple meshes that don't have shaders.
I don't know how you guys feel about it, but I think I like that.
Information through your HUD about your stance relating to that airspace. So
any way to simplify this game, like, it's so vast, in my opinion, because the way I look at this game is got everything that we ever wanted in a sci-fi sim, but where's the fun? The casual player, the person that's playing Call of Duty, the person that's playing Apex, the person that's playing GTA. Where's the fun? Right? This may not bring fun, but this limits the mistakes people make of, I jump into my ship, I fly to this planet, I fly over something or not, I blow up, I spawn way back in the heck where I was before. Now I have to travel back. Like that kind of hurts, you know? So
For
I
example,
hope
if
this
you fly into
alleviates
the
a lot of that
airspace,
problem
you'll get a notification saying
that people may have.
you've
'Cause I
entered
know
Dorville
my
airspace,
friends
contact
have that
agency
issue in
land.
terms of when
And
they first get in
likewise,
the game.
if
It's
you
just
get too low, we can give you a message
all
saying,
this information.
below you is the restrict area.
Crazy.
Don't fly any lower.
I mean, people might
And then
be
as
like,
you get
"That's
closer to the
cheesy."
spaceport,
I don't
it'll
care.
say,
I
oh,
like
by
it,
the way,
so
you can't enter this area. There's a restrict area in front of you.
does it
And
pull you
because
back
these are really
in?
simple shapes, this holds up a lot better because
Oh,
we don't need to give you this information to navigate a very fancy mesh. It's just
Okay.
simple spheres and stuff. And so we hope that this will make the experience feel a little bit more natural and less artificial, and make it really feel like you're interacting with that airspace. So that's what we've got in 3.10. Looking forward, we're going to be focusing on usability improvements. So better communication, telling you where your landing spot is, telling you where the spline is, things like that. But we're pretty happy with the progress we've made, and so we'd really like to hear any feedback you have for the future of this feature.
one of the best things when you put enough
When an
feedback in, they
aspect
do
or
listen.
feature is too
So,
small, too large, too early, or too busy for an individual segment, we like to pull them all together, mix them up into a sort of video game gumbo, throw in a dash of narration, and a heaping pile of work in progress for a thing that we like to call the Sprint Report. Let's get to it. First up is a new generalized layout and drag and drop system for building blocks, intended to be the basis for potential improvements to the inventory management system. The idea here is that each area can be marked as a drop target, synchronized with external storage, space in your backpack, additional spaces on the chest and or legs and the like, and that when an item, represented here in a variety of box sizes and shapes, is moved from one area to the next, they are either displayed on the character in the correct area or hidden within the backpack if placed there. But don't get too caught up in the numbers or items you see here. As usual, any numbers you see here are placeholders, designed only to prove out a concept or technology. But it's an exciting next step in the further iteration of inventory
that.
management for players in the persistent universe.
knowing how things work is always great.
We've previously highlighted work by the VFX team on their efforts to create a new gold standard for atmospheric re-entry, and we've got another update for you. Work continues using signed distance fields to create effects that systemically use the speed, angle, and precise shape of a ship to create an effect that is both dynamic and just cool to see. And with this latest iteration,
That is pretty
the work
cool to
doesn't
see.
just benefit those of us who are flying anymore.
Kinda like it,
as now,
kinda like it.
re-entry effects from other ships can be seen
Oh,
from
okay.
as far away as the surface of a planet or moon, making for an incredibly cool sight up
That's-
above as you or anyone else is working or exploring down below.
That's crazy. I like that.
In other fire-related
I like that a
news,
lot.
the VFX team is also
More
been
immersion's
creating a
always
test
good.
bed for a voxel-based fire
Even the
system,
little fire,
seen here
even
in a
the
very
fire,
early,
even the little
simple
minute
implementation
details
designed
is
for
so good.
prototyping.
So
While this will
good.
be expanded upon for actual implementation in the future, this already has some very useful debug options designed specifically to test propagation. In
Okay.
this version, the smoke and fire spawn separately within a voxel, while each voxel
This kind of
has
feels
its own
like
emitters.
FTL
This
guys,
isn't
you know, like
precisely
faster
the
than
way
light.
we intend any final
When you get the
implementation
fires
to
in the
work.
ship, you have to
But
like
it's
vent the
functional
ship.
enough for this initial prototype, which
Honestly,
isn't
if they put that
actually
in this
designed
game,
to
I would be
demonstrate or
like
test
that
the quality
homage
of
to
fire,
like
but
fast
instead to
FTL would
determine how
be
any potential
fantastic for me. Where you have
propagation
like
of flame might work.
you're running out putting
And
out
for
fires
those
on
of
your
you
ship.
curious about how fire might look or move with the gravity turned off, so are we. That's next, along with proper entity-based fire, networking tests, and improved propagation all around. Propagating along to environments, first up we have these in-progress images of the factory line, Microtech Corporation's premier retail store. And while there are many other locations throughout the galaxy, the flagship store will be found on their own planet, with an interior that is sleek, simple, and intended to be hip in design. Eventually, players will find retail shopping opportunities for consumer-end Microtech products, like custom Mobi-Glass, a job board, and maybe even a service representative or two with missions of their own to fulfill. We also have a look at the inside of the current part white box, part gray box progress of the upcoming cargo decks, currently scheduled to come online later this year. As we mentioned in last week's
Cargo
player
decks.
trading app segment, future iterations will tie into gameplay here, where folks will be able to leave things for consignment, providing a place for the storing and transfer of goods for both players and NPCs alike. Cargo decks are intended to be placed among major trading routes or Lagrange points, as well as in geostationary orbit above major landing zones, to perform their function as both commercial harbor and warehouse for all major trade goods in the universe. They're also expected to provide a range of cargo and trade-related missions, as well as those relating to trade security, so there's a little something for everyone here.
That's perfect.
Finally,
we need that sooner than
got
later.
This look at work on the new ocean shader improvements you may have seen on the Star Citizen public roadmap. Because this has been work anticipated by the team for some time, the changes have been made without requiring the reauthoring of any new assets, which is always nice when it can happen that way. While you may not be able to see it here in this clip, because it's such a nice day on Hurston, the ripples of the oceans actually react dynamically with the wind overhead, becoming more turbulent or less tempestuous with the wind stream.
Okay. Yeah, the water's okay. Okay.
So what did we learn this week? Well, we learned that while necessary to serve a number of functions,
we're almost
I think
done.
everybody is happy to revisit restricted areas and make them less obtrusive, less ugly, and easier to work with than ever before. That inventory improvements are on the way, along with a fair amount of fire. And that new areas aren't just pretty to look at, some come with the promise of new gameplay opportunities like factory line.
So it's like kind of, the big thing is the lanes flying
We're
in.
inside Star Citizen. I'm Jared Huckabee.
And he's got a championship belt there. I like it. So, what do you guys think of the video? Have you watched it yourself? What do you guys think? I like it. Personally, I think having those lanes in the cities will be great, but also at the same time, kind of crappy because the cities are kind of big and you want to be able to fly around on them or just kind of like get that feeling that something's there. So kind of restricting yourself to that lane in coming in and leaving, it takes away from that. But I see why they're doing it, and I'm okay with not being able to fly around Lorville, Area 18, and then maybe down the road, as the tech improves, they allow us to do that. But right now, something needed to change with the way it just didn't feel right flying into those cities. It's good so far. So I hope you guys like this. I enjoyed it. Good informational. And the little box, moving stuff around for inventory management, I think that's pretty cool. But don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Like I said, I do a lot of different content. I'm trying to find my way into this YouTube space. I love Star Citizen. I love making content for Star Citizen. And I hope you guys like when I do Star Citizen content. But yeah, also find me on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/technicalx. I stream every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I've been streaming every day this week in quarantine. So basically, quarantine, it's up in the air. But you're guaranteed to see me every Monday, Wednesday, Friday on Twitch at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or Eastern Daylight Time, whatever we're at right now. Whatever. Doesn't really matter. Saturdays is a mixed bag. Sometimes Saturdays I'll stream whenever. But as I said, for quarantine, I'm been streaming every single day. So come vibe with me. Come hang out with me. I love you guys. Thank you very much for everything. And I hope you enjoy Star Citizen content. And we're going to be streaming Star Citizen on Saturday. So come hang out and come verse with your boy. I'll see you then.